While SAARC ship is sinking, India is isolating itself partly from the other countries in the subcontinent. Is India really worried about SAARC at the moment? How India and Pakistan are reacting to the sinking SAARC. How the closure of SAARC will boost China's role in South Asian regional connectivity. How China's One Belt Road is weaving web to connect SAARC countries. Why it is important for India to maintain stability in South Asian region. GS Paper 2, Bilateral, Regional and Global Groupings and Agreements Involving India. What is the context about? Recently many at the Regional Speakers Summit of SAARC in Indore called for an end to the members' veto and other radical reforms. This is a clear indication that the SAARC is sinking to irrelevance again. Is India really worried about SAARC at the moment? For India, subcontinental togetherness matters a lot than the fate of SAARC. SAARC may be in coma, but other Indian-driven efforts at South Asian unity are being revived. Hence New Delhi's renewed interest in a number of regional acronyms like the ungainly named BIMSTEC, BIBAN and even SAARC. How India and Pakistan are reacting to the sinking SAARC. SAARC is now over 30 years old and has remarkably little to show for its efforts. The most obvious reason is that India and Pakistan have for years used it as a dueling ground against each other. After years of fast economic growth, India is now so dominant that Pakistan has given up its earlier attempts to assemble a SAARC bloc of its own. Today, Islamabad merely bats defensively. SAARC has become a test match being played to a draw. How the closure of SAARC will boost China's role in South Asian regional connectivity. South Asian regional cooperation has today become a great game of connectivity ever since China began rolling out its Belt Road initiative. If SAARC decided to block motor vehicle movement, that leaves regional transport all the more dependent on what China does. It seems much more conspiratorial, while China's closest ally Pakistan becoming unusually restrained, even by its relatively low standards, in SAARC. How China's One Belt Road is weaving web to connect SAARC countries. Right now, Beijing is just pouring concrete and laying tarmac. There is of course the economic corridor that would tie up Afghanistan and Pakistan. There are plans for a web connecting Bangladesh to Southeast Asia. Beijing has also been dangling the idea of railheads into Nepal and widened highways into Bhutan. If all of this were to come to fruition, most of the SAARC countries would be better connected to China than to each other. Why it is important for India to maintain stability in South Asian region. The drift into the doldrums would severely dent India's regional image. Sri Lanka was using SAARC to engage India in a forum where they would have equal voting power. Thus SAARC also makes economic sense. At a time when global multilateralism is under threat from America first, European Union last, and China über alles, regional powers like India are being forced to seek stability in their immediate region. Way forward for India. The real test for India, however, is whether it can make something of the moribund BIMSTEC or BIBAN. This will not be easy for a New Delhi, which has a commerce ministry that largely believes in economic non-cooperation and which has practiced border development with the idea of blocking foreign trucks and buses. This will have to change as concrete moves in regional cooperation are a geopolitical necessity.